Hi, welcome back. It's Aaliyah Lisa. So I was just sitting here thinking about why it took me so long to start this channel and why it took me so long to start anything really. And oftentimes I would ask myself and I would ask God, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? Why is it so hard for me to figure out? I know the things that I like to do, but what is it? Like, what is it? And I came to the realization that I had to be seduced by my purpose. Like, you have to let yourself be seduced by what it is you're supposed to be doing on this planet. Oftentimes, it's stuff that you do naturally. It's things that no one asks you to do. You just do them. Maybe you're the go-to person for this, that, or the third. But we like to look at ourselves as different than machines or different than robots, and of course we're not animals. We've come past that, and we can really hone in our consciousness and expand it and grow it. And recently I was just thinking about, with all the new advancements of AI, and what really makes us different than that. A lot of people say the spirit or the soul, but we know very little about that. And what we do know about is the mind and how the mind can be programmed, manipulated, and uploaded, even downloaded. Because what is AI? It's everything that we've basically downloaded into it from our human experience, right? So the way I look at soul and spirit is as a whole conglomerate, just a massive cloud or something that exists intangibly. And I don't believe that us as individuals, human beings, have access to all of it. I think that we get small little pieces. So how it would reign over a city or a town, that's how I look at how we have access to our soul. I think that we get small glimpses of it in our creativity. That's the closest that I think we get to the full scope of who we really are as creators, and then as a creation within itself is what we create. Our sexual energy, our creative energy, all of which comes from God. And just like how we can program a computer and we program AI, we can be programmed as well. There's things that are put into us, there's things that can be taken out of us. And when we get these ideas for just random things that we want to bring into existence, whether it's a damn play or a picture or a video or anything that you're creating, and you don't create it, it just sits in the ether or sits in the mind cloud and you don't do anything with it. That's like you programming your phone, or you're programming a AI or computer, and they don't do anything with the information. Are you going to give them more of it? Are you going to keep pouring into a system that's not producing anything? No, you're not. So it's the same thing with us. It's the same thing with you. We have to really take advantage of everything that we already came here with everything that we already are and that we know ourselves to be. Because if not, then it's just wasted. That's why you can think of a really good idea or a really great invention, and then months down the line you see someone else doing it and you're like, hey, I just thought of that. I was just saying that, and boom. Because your thoughts are not your own. We share a collective mind together, but your soul essence of who you are, you only get a small portion of that. And I'm not saying that your ideas are your soul. I'm saying that your soul essence, the thing that drives you, that moves you to even do anything, to accomplish anything, or this feeling that you have a purpose and to move and make something happen, we each get located a certain amount of that. And I do believe that it depends on what we do with the amount that we already have. So what do you feel passionately about? What have your lessons and your experiences been leading you to do? What has it been cultivating inside you to create? What is the lens that you want to show the world that doesn't already exist? Like, how can we see things from your point of view in a way that, you know, we haven't thought of it before, or in a way that you could put it? The thing is, there's nothing new under the sun but you. You're new. There will never be another you in space, time, or existence. So the way you do things and the soul level that you have behind it, it can't be recreated, and it's needed. It's like a piece of a puzzle to this whole conglomerate of being within existence. So I'm saying all this to say that this finite amount of time that we have, and in this finite amount of time that we get to be our individual selves, there's no need for you to want to be anybody else or to try to be anybody else. And everything that makes you you, everything, to the way you think, to how you walk, to how you do small things, every little thing that makes up who you are, that needs to be shared. It's not for you. It's not for you. It's for other people. It's for other people to perceive and consume, because you don't know what people need. You have what people need, but you don't know what that could be. It can be anything about you. But, you know, you judging yourself and trying to make yourself fit into spaces and fit into boxes that were never designed to encapsulate something so big. With the finite amount of soul that you have in you, you need to use it and make something with it. Create. Try to create more than you consume. Just create. So I've been asking myself, how can I gain more access to my soul? How can I get more of it? How can I, you know, it's like, what are you doing with what you've already been given? You have all these talents. What are you doing with them? You have all these great ideas, these creations. What are you doing with them? And sometimes it can be overwhelming, because it's like, yeah, I want to do all these things and don't even know where to start, or, you know, I'm not specialized in all these disciplines that I want to do. But it's like, just take the first step. Take the first step. What is the biggest vision that you see for what it is you want to create? And then break it down. Make it you. I like to say God and devil is in the details, which is the same thing to me. Anyway. But yeah, stop abandoning your creative talent. Stop abandoning your creations and say, oh, this is, you know, shit, balling it up, throwing it away. People need it. Maybe, you know, revisit it. Make it better. Learn more about it, but don't do that, because you're just discouraging yourself. It's like abandoning your kids. Your creations are your kids. So when you're creating, it's something about being a woman and being in this mode of creation that just like is better than a lot of things. Like, it just fuels you, it feeds you, it makes you so magnetic. Like, when these past few months that I've been focused on myself, and, you know, things have been trying to get in the way. Things get in the way all the time, you know. Wherever will go wrong. But when the universe sees that you're like honed in on yourself and you're focused on yourself, like, the way things start to shift and move is outrageous. It's outrageous. And like, the more you nurture yourself, feed yourself nourishing meals, like take a walk, take life slow, give yourself what you need, listen to yourself, journal, like use all of your preferred methods of acts of love on yourself. Use them all on you. And that's a better way to really become more intimate with yourself, in all ways. Like, once you really start focusing on yourself, you just become a magnet for everything that you want. Like, the other day, I went to go to this very specific store and get like one sweater. I wanted something very specific. Of course, in the store, I saw a whole bunch of other things that I wanted. And I wasn't planning on getting any of them. I just wanted to, you know, check them out, try them on. And I was asking the cashier about the prices on one of them, right? And if he had any discounts available. He was like, you know what, I got you. The whole, like, and I ended up getting from like a $30 sweater that I wanted, to getting like hundreds of dollars worth of stuff for free. He scanned one thing and threw everything else in a bag. Now he didn't get in trouble or nothing like that, but it's like a lot that has been happening a lot to me. And that happens a lot to me. Like, I just go out, people give me stuff, people, I guess they just feel my energy, they feel my spirit, and I'm just happy. I'm like enjoying the world. I'm noticing nature. I'm basically making love to the universe. Like, I'm imagining everything that I want to achieve. I'm seeing it. I'm taking action towards it. Appreciating all that exists. I'm appreciating myself. Just appreciating existence and being thankful, and that energy, it hones in something, and it creates this magnet, you know. It creates this rhythm of things just coming to you, you know, things that are on your vibration. So mind your vibration. Don't let people suck you into arguments. Don't let people suck you into petty little power move bullshits. Like like, it's so crazy, because the Matrix, like, once you start to focus on yourself, is like everything else becomes hyper aware of you, and they're like, oh no, she figured it out, she's got it. And like, they'll just throw everything at you that you could think of, that you can imagine. And it's just like, when you just view it, and when you become non-reactive, like, and that's what this is about, is like being non-reactive, watching yourself in third person, watching things in third person, not taking everything so personally, not reacting to everything, just watching it from the outside, almost like behind the curtains, almost like as if you're watching a show. And then and then you'll see like the stuff that matters and the stuff that don't. You'll see the stuff that is quality, and that's from spirit, and that's from soul, and the stuff that's just fillers. Like, it becomes like light of day. It is like everything in the world becomes like black and white, or like beige, and everything that's for you and that's aligned with you becomes like a rainbow, and just attracts itself to you, kind of like pulls you in. That's why I said you have to be like seduced by what you're supposed to be doing. Like, kind of like how you were as a child. Like, you didn't really put too much thought into it. You wanted to dance, you dance. A song came on, you wanted to sing, you would sing. You start spinning around in circles out of nowhere. You know, you knew intuitively how to regulate your nervous system. You knew what you needed. You knew what you wanted to eat, what you didn't want to eat. Is being in flow, is being in rhythm. And once you get aligned with nature, once you get aligned with that rhythm, the rhythm of your spirit, the rhythm of your soul, things just start to click, start to make sense. People's, you know, stuff starts to add up. People will come into your life. Opportunities will come into your life. Things that you weren't even searching for. Just being yourself. It becomes a magnet. You have to be comfortable in this energy, because this magnetic energy, it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous as well. I will say that. I'm not going to say it's all, you know, lollipops and rainbows, because there's a lot of fucking lollipops and rainbows, but it's also a lot of bullshit that comes along with it, because people see this energy on you, they see this light on you, and they want it for themselves. They want to take it, they want to consume it. And some people are innocently drawn towards it, and others, like, they see it and it just breeds envy and hate and jealousy and wickedness, and they'll try everything. And most of the times, we're dealing with spirits in high places. You're not dealing with humans, you're not dealing with people. These are spirits that move through people. They almost like snake like they move through people. and they'll jump in and out of people to try to get a reaction out of you, to try to anything they could get from you, sadness, happiness, lust, anything it can get from you, it will, and it will eat it. It will consume it. And they just looking from any small little reaction out of you to where it can consume, to where it can throw you off, to where it can distract you, to where it could suck you in. You have to be mindful. You have to be aware. You have to be aware. And you have to always be thankful. And you have to be very close to spirit. You have to be very close to God. Whatever your religious is, or whatever your belief system is, I'm spiritual in nature. I'm not religious. You know, I'm religious about how I am with myself and, you know, my practices, but I'm not religious. I'm not into dogma. But whatever that is, you need to make sure that you're protecting yourself, and you need to make sure that people who are around you are for you, because if not, it will use people around you. This energy, it will use people around you. So you have to be stronger than that. You have to cultivate a strong support system, a strong foundation. And this foundation starts with your beliefs. It starts with how you see yourself. It starts with how you see God and how you see spirit. Like, the more you're able to trust God, the more you're able to trust yourself. The more you're able to trust yourself, the more you're able to trust God. Is one and the same, because you are God. It really all comes down to how strong that belief is. And to do that, you have to build that relationship with spirit the same way you would build it with any person, same way you would build it with a friend. Talk how you talk to your friends, you know, when you're praying, or when you're communicating, you know, when you're seeking understanding, when you're journaling. You have to cultivate this relationship with your inner self and with spirit and with God, because that's going to be the foundation. You know, people talk about jobs, no job stability, how entrepreneurship is the only stability. The only stability is spirit. Once that's the foundation, it becomes a foundation for everything else in your life. And it won't matter what's happening around you. It won't matter what chaos is being thrown your way, because you have this level of peace, this level of stillness that can only come from within. And then from that, you attract what you're meant to attract, which is all that you deserve, which you're a vibrational match for, good or bad. Good or bad. So that's what that's about. But yeah, the more you keep, it's like, you know, the more you keep trusting your intuition, the faster and the more stronger and potent it becomes. You know, the more you trust your nervous system, the more it will send you signals about what's right for you, what's not, what path you should take. The more you operate within your soul energy, your soul power, and the more creative you are, and the more of your authentic self that you're being, then the more of it you will receive. The more you use your gifts, the more it will be received. You have to use it. You have to use it. It's here to be used. It's here to be consumed by others. Everybody's being used. Everybody's being used in one way or another, because we're here to service one another. That's what we're here for. We're here to experience. I believe that we all are God, experiencing ourselves through each other. And that's what we're here to do, to teach one another, to help one another, to be kindred spirits or unkindred spirits, to learn lessons. It takes some work on your part. It takes being honest. It takes doing all the inner work, doing all the shadow work. And I can make a whole separate video about shadow work. I feel like it's so many videos like that, but still, I'll dive in deep to shadow work. But this is a perfect time to do it, honestly, because it's winter. Everything is dead. Everything is dying. This is when we should be going within. We should be in tune with nature, right before the things that you want to create and that you want to manifest. This is a perfect time to get out all the things that don't need to be there, you know, to work through the shadows, because the subconscious is what's really running the show right now. So things are going to continue to get crazier in the world, but your reality is your reality, And all of us are in different timelines. All of us are in different realities, but it's up to you where you want to be, and that depends on what you're feeding. What reality are you feeding? What truths are you feeding? You know, what are you cultivating? What are you working on? Like, who are you becoming? So I'll go more in depth in this about this topic, but for now, I just wanted to make this to really just put some things into perspective. But I will see you later. I gotta go.